What is up, everybody? Zach from Redwood Chronicles got another product coming to you today from Teslaunch. It's going to be a 10.8 screen that kind of goes right in front of the steering wheel on the dash. It's all plug and play, so it should be a nice quick install. I think it's going to have a nice factory look to it. I'm glad. I thought it was going to be taller, and I'm really glad it's not. It kind of will just kind of simulate the gauges. The main reason I want to do this is because of Apple CarPlay and stuff like that. I know that the Tesla's maps are great, and that's true, but there are still some advantages to having like Google Maps and Waze and stuff like that, and then everything else that Apple CarPlay will do. So this will do that, so let's go ahead and get it put in. And then it really does come with everything you need. So you got a nice instruction booklet that shows you really cleanly how to install it, but you got this video too, so you're good there. But as far as like the features and all that, they're in here as well. You got the wiring harness to make this all work. You got the little adapter, USB-C to regular USB adapter, and then these are basically the three tools you'll need. This piece of plastic is going to be how you fish the wires through. This is how you'll pop everything off, and then this is how you'll secure the wires to. So like I said, it should be a quick install. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is pull the weather stripping off the door so we can access the rest of the panels we got to pull off. This just pulls off like so. You want to take it up to this corner here and then to right here, because we're going to wind up pulling this panel off. Then we'll go ahead and we'll pop this triangle panel off right here. Set that off to the side. Pop this pop clip off here, which is going to allow us to pull this trim piece off. You'll want to start prying off from down here where it breaks off with that, and then you'll work it all the way down, and then you'll go ahead and pull that part out. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this trim piece off here. Kind of helps if you pick it up here, and then you can slide this around back here, and then you just need to start prying it up. You're going to feel like you're going to break it. I'm not saying you won't. It's up to you. Be careful, but you got to put some force on it to pop it off. And then we'll just work this tool all the way down. We'll just keep working it across. Okay, so if you opted for a one with a front camera, you would have done the whole front camera thing. The Juniper comes with a front camera, so we're not doing it. First thing we're gonna do is run the zip tie thing. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna tape this with electrical tape. That'll allow us to fish that through, just like that. All right, then we'll keep looping this guy through. Next thing we're gonna do is come under here, and the goal is to come out this back spot here. Oh, look at that. Tuck that wire in the best you can so it doesn't interfere for anything. We'll go to the other side of the car. We're just gonna keep feeding this through, kind of the opposite of what we just did the other way. Well, the instructions show to come up out here and then go down again, but that just went all the way through on its own, so we're actually gonna see if this won't come all the way that way. Look at that, that's perfect. The next thing we're gonna do is take all this electrical tape off, plug these guys in. You can see on the top of this, there's an arrow pointing to this notch. So line that arrow and that notch up, plug that one in. Red goes to red, black goes to black. The yellow is for camera. And we aren't doing the camera because the Juniper comes with a front camera, so we don't need to worry about that. Next thing we're gonna do is tape these off. It's more to hold them together when we put them back in the dash. Just feed all this wire back through, because the bulk of the space to put the extra wire is in this zone here. One more thing we're gonna do just before we shove this yellow connector in here, since it's not getting plugged into anything, is we'll just go ahead and tape this off. Okay, and now since this adds the air vent feature, you're gonna want to make sure you line the vent up like so. If you look on this side here, you're forcing that little bit into the spot there so it fits nice and snug. Get rid of all that extra wire, and then we're ready to go ahead and put that back on. Okay, so we're gonna put a plug into here and then a plug into this guy back here. So the first thing we'll go ahead and do is unplug this here. Then we will take the plug that fits in there, stick it in there, make sure it clips in, and then we'll go ahead and connect the factory plug to the other side of that till that clips in. And then we'll go ahead and plug this guy into back here. Make sure that clips in. That's that. So once you have that back on, we'll go ahead and do the reverse of the panels we took off and put them back on, starting with this big guy. You obviously have a lot more wires, so you're gonna have to kind of strategically place those. Put the push clip back in there. Get this triangle put back on, then the rest of the weather stripping. All right, then we will come on in. You can line this up. There's this part that goes in the hole here. That'll get you lined up. Played with this thing a little more, just checking it out. You can set it so it's dark, so it's black, which I like a lot better. And then yeah, that's the home screen. That's what it looks like. You can scroll through your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that type of stuff. All right guys, well that's the install. Hope it helps you out. Definitely an upgrade for the Tesla. Super pumped on this thing. It's a lot nicer than I was expecting. It really looks factory, and it gives me all the features that I was missing by going from a normal car to a Tesla. So hope you guys enjoyed. Use code Redwood to get 10% off, and like and subscribe. Thank you guys.